but we are getting this figured out now. It looks like that we are going to be live on Facebook and or on YouTube, and we are putting the link on our Facebook page also, so that you can click on it and be with us. I'm Joey, and this is Jay. Jay, you have no sound, just so you know. No sound. As time goes on with our podcast, as we grow, we'll be working on our technical difficulties, and there'll be less of those in the future. We hope and pray. As you can see, Jay is feverishly working on his end to get everything working. But tonight we'll be speaking about a book that we both read called The Awakening by Kate Chopin. Uh, First, one of the first feminist books that was written, and we're going to discuss it tonight. So, as Jay is working on his end, I can give you a quick synopsis of this book. So, The Awakening was written by Kate Chopin, 1899. At that time, you got to remember that women in America couldn't even vote. So, this was a book that has been banned in a lot of public schools, even to this day, the 21st century. Looks like Jay's getting his earpiece and sound ready. He looks confused. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Right now, it doesn't look like we have anybody watching, so that's good. While we're figuring this out. Just so you know, Jay, if you can hear me, I am getting a lot of echo on my end. Oh, good. We have one viewer, so we're having technical. Hi, Kaylin. I see you're texting there. We're having some technical difficulties, so Jay is working on his end to get that fixed, and hopefully that will be soon. But tonight we're going to be talking about a book that we both read called The Awakening, and as I was saying before, it was one of the very first feminist books ever written that we wanted to discuss. Kaylin, thank you for asking. I'm doing good. How are you? Merry Christmas. And you know what? I want to invite the people that are watching that you can comment and join us in our discussion as we're working on our uh, technical difficulties here. Still don't have sound on your end, Jay. So I see we got a lot more viewers. I just wanted people to know that we're having technical difficulties. We're working on it on our end. So once we get that figured out, I will be, or we will be, discussing the book *The Awakening*, written in 1899 by Kate Chopin. One of the very first feminist books that was written. Um, you know, it. I'll just give a synopsis while we're waiting on Jay. Hello from Indonesia. Wow, man, we're international. I had no idea. Hi, Indonesia. I'm from Utah. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. Uh, so I wanted to give a quick review on this. So it's I know that we're supposed to say that it's a classic. People should read it, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion that it was kind of a slow read for me. It was hard. Not a lot of action. Oh, I think Jay has sound. Nope, no sound, Jay. Can't hear you. I'm the star of the show right now. Hey, Kaylin has already read the book, so that is awesome. So I give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was kind of a slow read. I, I found that the writing at the beginning was very impersonal. Like it was hard for me to get into the characters, but right around chapter 5 and 6, all of a sudden, um, the writing became very poetic the way she wrote, and it then started drawing my attention. I got more into it. The main character, her name is Edna, and she kind of felt like she was the property of her husband, which back in 1899 in New Orleans, maybe that's how people were treated. I don't know. I wasn't around then. And Jay, can you hear us? Say something to me, Jay. No, I don't hear you. The story picks up, and she feels like she's property of her husband, caged. And one of the very first things that she gets her independence was she learns how to swim on her own. She goes out and she's swimming in the ocean in the Gulf of Mexico, I'm assuming, since she's in New Orleans. And she comes back, she's all excited, and she tells her husband, "Hey, did you see what I did? And I was swimming for the first time on my own, and nobody was there." And he kind of she was all excited, like a little kid would be. And he was like, "Yeah, you weren't out very far. It was really no big deal." And it kind of put the damper on. Yes, my shirt does say Alaska. Thank you for asking. So it kind of put a damper on her, on what she was doing. And I'll just go into saying that, don't hear you, Jay. Hey, you know what? Let's ask the audience because we have 10 people watching. Does anyone else hear Jay when he talks? Yeah, nobody's saying anything right now. Nope, Kaylin cannot hear you. Aiden cannot hear. Adrian cannot hear you. So you got to work on your sound. I'm still the guy now, huh? Okay. All right. So there is apparently I did get the cliff notes of the book too because it was a little easier, and I only read part of the cliff notes. I read the whole book, and I really there's a movie with some famous people in it. I want to say Kate Winslet. I'm not sure. Didn't see the movie, but there is a movie. I can tell you by the end of the story that she makes it sound like she went out and committed suicide. I don't know. I think maybe a fishing boat might have picked her up, but she went out for the very first time, to go swim because that's where she found her freedom was into the ocean and swimming. And she just kept going and kept going, started having a flashback, and it leaves you with the assumption that she committed suicide. The book is very interesting. I think I'm not sure why it's banned. I guess maybe because there's assumptions of suicide. They do have some uh, we call relations. Like people are married and they're having relations with people out of marriage. So maybe that's why they banned it in schools. But we are in the 21st century now. I think the way I look at it is because it's hard from a guy, since it's a feminist book, that I have two like step grandchildren, and one's 17, one's 18. Would I want them to read this book? The answer is absolutely yes. Uh, there's nothing wrong with independence and freedom, and that's all the main character Edna really wanted. Jay, we have visual, but still no audio. Yeah, that's how I feel too, right there. That's the feeling. I appreciate the people that are sticking around and watching. I see the numbers are going down, but we're working on the technical difficulties. Like I said, I'd give it like 3.5, maybe 3.7 stars out of 5. Not the best book I ever read. I'm glad I read it because I bought it at a thrift store and wanted to read it. And this gave us the opportunity when we decided to do a book of the month. I offered this as one of the selections. I really didn't think Jay was going to pick this one out of the ones that I suggested, but he did, and I'm glad I read it. Next month, January, we don't have the exact date, but we will be doing the Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis. I'm hoping that will bring in a lot more interest, and we'll have the technical difficulties taken care of by then. Caitlin, thank you. Caitlin says I look handsome today. Hey, you know what, Caitlin? Every day I look handsome. Amen to that, right? Caitlin is asking if we can go live more often. Right now, we are going to go live once a month for our book of the month. But on YouTube, we do have other videos that we have of interviews of authors, editors, indie authors. I just got done with a journalist. With that one's not posted yet, but will be soon. Um, his name was Anton Sawyer. He works at Rooster Magazine. Um, we just interviewed and just posted indie author. I'm not even sure if he's done with his book yet. He was on his very last chapter when we interviewed him. His name is Blake, and his book is Zero Sum. One of the videos is me interviewing my 8-year-old grandson because he read his first chapter book and he wanted to do an interview. And he kept bugging me about it. So I thought, oh yeah, we'll just play around. And I thought, you know what, I'll set the camera up and we'll shoot it. And I shot it. And then I thought, yeah, I'll send it to Jay. He's the technical guy, and let's see what he thinks. And he put it on YouTube. So go watch it. The Writers Lounge podcast on YouTube. You like the confidence? Thank you. You got to have confidence when you're the only one talking right now, and nobody being able to respond. Let me hear sound check on Jay. Nope, nope. But you know what? Hey, you're looking good, Jay. Visually, you're looking good. I don't know what you sound like though. Maybe is there a mute button that you might have missed? No, no. Okay, he went green. Oh, the one with my grandson, the 8-year-old grandson, has 100 views on that one. It was an interesting interview with him. I wish I could talk more about the awakening. Like I said, I give it like 3.5 to 3.7 stars out of 5. I'm a guy, so I was kind of hoping for some like car chases or horse chases or something in there, but sword fights, anything. But like I said, looks like I'm getting a message coming through. Right. As you see, Jay is typing super fast. Oh, so Jay wants me to let everybody know that he will do uh, his live review of the book on Facebook after I'm done, whenever that is. Soon, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Uh, well, you know what? Caitlin is typing a whole lot in here. I want to read what she's saying. Caitlin, where are you from, Caitlin? It's like I'm interviewing you. Since oh wait a minute, I got another one from Miss Mary Ann Vandervoort. How would you compare The Awakening to something written by, say, Jane Austen? Personally, I I know I'm supposed to say, "Oh, they're classics, they're great." They're both boring to me. It's not my style. It's hard for me to get into. Oh, I hate to say that, but that's the truth, you know? We'll get some, the Rabbit Hole Guild, a little less superlative than JA. Than me? You are you dissing me right here live on YouTube? Using big words? There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Jane Austen. God, I thought you meant Joey Andolini. I was like, "What?" I thought you were talking about me. You're from Candida, Caitlin? Where is that? I don't know. Is that Canada? Just misspelled differently, or is that a country I'm not familiar with? It actually sounds like a STD, Candida. I have Candida. Ooh, itches. You gotta take medicine for that. I can't hear you, Jay. I see your lips moving. Oh, look. Okay, he's joining Jay's joining us in the chat. He's saying the awakening is very. I gotta get my glasses, and I don't have them in here. Thematically driven. Yes, absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. You know, I kind of want to see the movie, even though the book kind of bored me. I kind of want to see the movie, just because it drew my interest that much. Oh, thank you for the glasses, Miss Marianne Vandervoort. Delivered the glasses. Amen. I'm not gonna keep them on. I look like Harry Potter. So Jay also gives it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, look at that. We're on the same level. That's what I'm talking about. Did you think, Jay, that the lack of sword fighting might have been an issue? Like, would that have spiced it up? No? A little swashbuckling? No? Kaylin wants to know where we're from. Well, I'm from Utah, and Jay is from Canada also. Has anyone seen the movie The Awakening? I think Marianne said she did a long time ago. Marianne Vandervoort. Marianne just types the word Mars. I'm not sure. Or that's where you're from? Maybe that's an abbreviation for something too. I don't know. I have to educate myself a little more. Oh, Men Are from Mars. Got it. Yeah. You know what? That's a book review. I read that book and saw the video. You've seen a piece. Kaylin's seen a piece. Oh, here we go. The author does not allow her skills to go on display. I agree with that. The idea, hold on a second. Look at this. Let me put my Harry Potter glasses on so I can read it totally. The idea is driving it so much that the story has no input. I felt it was dry, Jay. I think it was a dry read. And like I said, the characters, it was hard to get into them. Robert, that was the only character I got into, and then he left for Mexico. He just ghosted out on Edna because he loved her. For those that you don't know, Edna in the book had two small boys also, and she kind of felt trapped by motherhood. I think she would have done well in the 20th and 21st century after the 70s, I think, but she was born before her time. Here we go. Here we go. I can see what she's doing, and that doesn't have as much relevance today as it did. I totally agree with that. But let's also remember when she wrote this, women couldn't even vote. They didn't have that right. So the I would think people back then, women were property. Would you have liked it better if it were spicier? Oh, nah. Well, like 50 Shades of Grey. Nah. I just think there could have been a little more action. Yeah, like if Edna's husband and Robert maybe got into a little wrestling match, that would have been kind of interesting. Yeah, no 50 Shades of Grey. No 50 Shades of Grey. You know what? I do like that have people commenting and that Jay is able to communicate that way with us. And you know what? I would like to say that Jay, your spelling is a lot better when you're commenting here than some of the stuff I've read in the past. Yeah. So I'm not sure on the screen, but Joey right here in the hat, the good looking one, tie dye, Jay over here on the left side. Jay has written, I think it was all intended, what, to be a bad writer? No lack of skill or wrong moves. It's just so, yeah, prefabricated. I know exactly what everyone is going to say before they say it. Yeah, yeah. It was predictable. Like I said, and I already knew the ending. I already knew that she killed herself, or that's what people said. And when I read it, I didn't picture it as her killing herself. I just thought that she went out, started floating, and then the story kind of ends. Makes you think. I like to hope that maybe a mermaid came and got her fishing boat or something. You know, Jay is going to go live on Facebook when we're done here, which I'm sure will be a lot more interesting to actually hear his voice, what he sounds like. He's from Canada, so he says a lot after his sentences. So you'll just have to get used to that. And I say a kind of more so because I'm from the East Coast. So now we lost. There he is. Look at that good-looking guy coming in and out. Kaylin wants to know our names again. Kaylin, you keep asking our names. I'm Joey. This is Jay right over here. Jay. I'm Joey. There he is. Yeah, see, look, he put his name down there for you to read too. Maybe if you're not hearing too good, you can see it. Hey, put my name in there, Jay, so she knows my name. Maybe she can't hear me. There you go. You spell it correctly. There you go. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Are you? Oh no. Okay, I was looking at Facebook. Here. It says that you were live, but I guess that was earlier. So Jay and Joey talking about the awake. Well, Joey talking about the awakening. Uh, if you find the book at a thrift store for like $1.50 or whatever, I would say pick it up and read it. If you go to Barnes and Noble and pay $12.99, don't waste your time. That's what I say. Or rent the movie on Prime or wherever you could rent it at and watch the movie. I would be interested because we have 5 people watching. How many of the people have actually read the book or watched the movie of The Awakening? Kaylin wants to tell me something. What's up, Kaylin? Be nice. Other people are reading us. Look, I guess she's typing because there ain't nothing coming up right now. And we lost video for Jay also. So, and we're not even. I'm not even doing this all from my computer. We're having problems. So this is off my telephone. I don't even know how the audio is. If you guys can even hear me too good. I got a thumbs down from Marianne. You're not liking the podcast, the live podcast. Hey, Kaylin, this is not the program for those kind of questions. This is a book review. This is a book review, and the book had nothing to do about that topic. So something we don't even really want to touch on, you know. So Marianne is telling us that she hasn't read the book. She's seen the movie a long time ago, barely remember it. It had that much of an impact on her. So I'm assuming that's what the thumbs down was. Was the movie's the thumbs down, not Joey's the thumbs down, right? If Kaylin, if your advice is asking if you should read books, yes. I don't. If you're gay or not gay, you should read books. Absolutely. And this is a podcast about writing, also. So, gay or not gay, you should write. Mhm. Uh, we got another one. Kaylin, please pray. Oh, yep. So we're getting advice. We're getting advice to Kaylin from other people. It looks like we're getting off here. So maybe the live podcast could be over because we're kind of getting off track on what the topic is of this very uninteresting book. But next month, Screw Tape Letters, I can guarantee that's going to be a lot more interesting to talk about. And Jay agrees. So I don't know how to sign off, so I'm going to let Jay sign me off. And thank you for watching. And Jay's going to go live on Facebook at the Writers Lounge on Facebook group page. So please go watch him, and you'll probably get a lot more detail about the book than what I gave you. Uh, and you join the chat there, right? Can you join a chat on Facebook when you're live? Yeah, we're getting a whole lot of different comments that aren't about the book we're reading. So thank you for watching, and as time goes on, as we do live podcasts, we'll be working the bugs out of the system. Correct, Jay? Oh yeah, yeah, we're on it. All right, thank you, and have a good evening. Merry Christmas, and cut.